All right, Kaiyuree Moodley is yet another young South African golfer that is making onlookers sit up and take notice in the United States. The South African captured medalist honors at the Bryan National Collegiate. A 20-year-old Moodley carded rounds of 68, 71 and 70 to win the weekend tournament in North Carolina. Moodley joins me live from Charlotte, North Carolina via Zoom. A very good evening from Johannesburg, South Africa. Congratulations on your incredible accomplishment. There is simply nothing stopping you from greatness. What does winning the Bryan National Collegiate mean to you?
Thank you so much for having me. This was probably one of the biggest achievements that I've had in my life. And honestly, I still can't even believe that that happened yesterday. And it means the absolute world to me that I was able to, fly my flag high and just show what South Africans can do.
That's awesome. Proudly South African, Kaiyuree. I mean, describe to me what motivated you to participate in the sport of golf aged 4 years old.
Well, it's a funny story, actually. My mom came home with a plastic set of golf clubs from Pick and Pay, and I was very sporty as a child. So I just picked up the club and started hitting the plastic ball from one end of the house to the other. And here I am. I loved it ever since, and I don't ever see myself looking back and regretting what I did.
That's so awesome, Kaiyuree. I mean, every girl child needs a role model. Who was yours growing up? Because you were introduced to the sport at a very young age.
Well, I never actually watched golf as a child, so my role model was definitely my mom. She's someone who, she's very stern, but she always wants you to do the best that you can, and she gives me the confidence to carry on going even when I'm at my lows and even when I'm at my highs. She's been there for me since day one. She's been my rock, and I still look up to her to this day. Yeah.
Definitely a great model in your mom. I mean, let's talk a little bit about your professional career. How is your relationship with your caddy? What tricks have you learned from her, and have you added that to your style of play on the golf course?
Well, I am my own caddy. In these events, we caddy for ourselves. So I've definitely kind of figured myself out more, and I know what shots I can play, and I can kind of bend the rules in the sense that I can make shots happen if I need them to. And, playing college golf is definitely a different mindset, being able to work things out on your own and push your own bag. And, we have the coaches here to help us. So I've definitely had a better bond with myself, definitely.
Love that, Kaiyuree. I mean, you're currently studying business at the North Carolina University. How's it like balancing your business degree and professional golf? Surely it's not an easy thing to do.
It's been tough, especially with the season that we have right now. I've probably missed every single class this month. But, that's just what the student athlete lifestyle is. And I love it. I love being able to travel and also being able to do schoolwork on the go while we're traveling. It's definitely hard, but that's the commitment that I've put into my future, and I'm willing to do whatever it takes to get to where I want to be.
I mean, golf is pretty much a socially distant sport. Have you been affected in any way by the effects of coronavirus back in North Carolina?
Definitely, I would say it's not as bad as it is back in South Africa. We take COVID tests every time we travel, especially for events. And the team that we have here is very small, and I live with my teammates. So definitely we have to be careful. If one of us gets it, the rest of my team get it, and then we can't compete. So we are taking the hugest precautions here in North Carolina, especially just to make sure that we can continue our season here.
Fantastic. In closing, Kaiyuree, I mean, the LGPA is the pinnacle of golf in sports. Do you feel the pressure to become, so to speak, the custodian of women's golf in South Africa for the continent and possibly the rest of the world? Do you feel that pressure on your shoulders?
I would say I feel the pressure, but that's always in the back of my mind. I'm someone who just kind of thinks in the moment. you know, the only thing I can change is what I'm doing right now. And what I know is what I'm doing right now, and the steps that I'm taking to further myself in my future will definitely get me there. So for me, it's just taking it one step at a time. And, you know, always working hard to get to where I want to be.
Oh, Kaiyuree Moodley, I wish I had the whole day to speak with you. Thanks for taking the time to chat to your fans in South Africa. Congratulations again in winning the Bryan National Collegiate. Kaiyuree Moodley doing exceptionally well and flying the South African flag very high. The daughter of one of our own right here at ENCA. I mean, she's doing so amazing.
That is absolutely incredible. I didn't know there was a local connection. That's marvelous news. She seems like an incredible young woman, I have to say.
Absolutely.
Thank you very much. Arthur, we'll chat again later.